Have you ever had one of those days where everything goes wrong, but it somehow ends up being the best day of your life? Well, that's pretty much what happens in the story we're diving into today, Coffee, Chance, and California Love. It's all about how one clumsy little mistake can kickstart something that feels a whole lot like fate.
And this quote, it just nails the entire theme of our story. It really makes you think, how the messiest, most unplanned moments can actually be the ones that point your life in an amazing new direction.
So let's set the scene. Imagine a breezy morning in Los Angeles. You're on Sunset Boulevard, you walk into this cozy little cafe, you can hear some soft music playing. This is where our story kicks off.
All right, so let's meet the two people at the center of all this, and they could not be more different. First, we've got Emily. She's super ambitious, a real dreamer, but she's kind of convinced that love just isn't in the cards for her. And then there's Jake. He's a freelance photographer, incredibly charming, but also a little bit chaotic and completely unpredictable. Two totally different worlds about to smash right into each other.
So picture it, Emily's in a hurry, trying to get out the door with her coffee, and bam, she walks right into Jake. And that coffee? It goes flying all over his professional camera. It's one of those slow-motion, super cringeworthy moments where you just want the ground to open up.
And this wasn't just some old camera. Nope. This was a $3,000 piece of equipment. So all of a sudden, the stakes are just incredibly high. You can feel the panic setting in as Emily realizes what just happened. This is a big, big deal. But then, just when you think it's about to get really ugly, something completely unexpected happens. Jake just takes a deep breath, lets the anger go, and he smiles. He says, mixing English and Hindi, "Relax. Maybe fate wants us to talk." And with that one line, he just flips the entire situation on its head. This isn't a disaster anymore. It's an opening. A moment that feels, well, it feels meant to be. And just like that, everything shifts. What started as this incredibly awkward, clumsy moment starts to turn into something much, much deeper. This is really where the love story begins. So what began as just a plan for Emily to repay him for the camera, well, it evolves into something else entirely. They start meeting up, watching the sunset over the ocean, looking out at the city lights from the Hollywood Hills, and just talking for hours, sharing all their hopes and dreams. It's clear a real connection is forming. And this quote from Jake, it says it all, right? It's not just some cute line, he genuinely means it. The best thing that's ever happened to him started from total chaos. And when Emily hears this, that's the moment she realizes this is becoming very, very real for her too.
But, of course, just when things seem perfect, life throws a massive curveball. And for Emily, that curveball comes in the form of a dream job offer. It's everything she's ever wanted, a position as a magazine editor in New York City.
So this puts Emily in this impossible spot, one that I think a lot of us can relate to. Do you go after the career you've spent your whole life building, or do you stay for the person who, out of nowhere, has become your entire world? What do you choose? And that leads us right here, to the big climax of the story. Emily's made her choice, and she's at the airport. You can just feel the tension, the emotion. Everything is on the line. So there she is at the security gate, and her heart is just sinking. She's looking all around for him, but he's not there. You can feel her trying to tell herself that this was just a beautiful, temporary thing, a California romance before she got back to her real life. And then, just as she's about to give up and walk through the gate, she hears his voice. Jake comes running up, totally out of breath, and tells her he just couldn't let her leave without saying something. He literally made it in the nick of time. And there it is. No more games, no more pretending. He just lays it all out there. I love you. So simple, so direct, and so powerful. He tells her that if she gets on that plane, he's scared he'll never feel this way about anyone ever again. Hearing him say that with all that raw emotion, well, it's like a switch flips for Emily. Everything suddenly becomes crystal clear. She looks at him, then down at her plane ticket, and in that split second, she figures out what's truly important. And with one simple, powerful move, she makes her choice. Tearing up that ticket isn't just about missing a flight. It's about choosing a completely different future. A future with him, instead of the one she thought she was supposed to chase by herself. So what happens after a huge, life-changing decision like that? Well, this next part shows us the beautiful aftermath. They're choosing a new path, and they're going to walk it together. With a huge smile, Emily comes up with a new plan. It's not about her dream in New York or his dream in LA.
It's about their dream. It's a promise to build a life with each other right there in California.
And this is just perfect. The story comes beautifully full circle. We end up right back where we started, in that same little cafe on Sunset Boulevard, the place where one spilled coffee literally changed everything.
Jake, holding a brand new camera, snaps a photo of Emily, and his final line just ties it all together so perfectly. He looks at the picture and says, "It's a perfect shot," just like their story. Beautifully framed, a little bit chaotic, but absolutely perfect.
And I guess that's really the heart of it all. It's such a great reminder to stay open to life's little messes, because you just never know when a clumsy mistake might actually be the start of your greatest adventure. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the best accident that's ever happened to you?